I would like to start direct.
I don't believe the New York Times. I never did. I read through it. You know, you look at the front page and you know that's their take on the story. That's what they're trying to sell you. Then you look at the internet and sometimes you get more depth. But you know, you have to know where to go. But
Sure.
sometimes most of it is confusion. It's like, oh, well, Obama says the world is round. Bush says the world is flat. That's the news. Okay, now, does that really help me get anywhere? Bush doesn't believe in evolution. Do you believe in evolution? Or Obama believes in evolution? That seems to be the extent. That's the argument. And then by the time that's over, they cut to the commercial. And they come back and they say, well, we'll answer that question next.
In the next.
So, I mean, I don't get anything out of the news. I think television is an evil drain. It's a J-horror. Schopenhauer in the 19th century said something about the concept of a thesis, an antithesis, and then a synthesis, you know. Certainly at the beginning of this thing, the internet was an enemy and was just a disaster for people like me who are classically trained in film school. We love old movies. We love to sit in the theater. We like the communal aspect of watching a movie with other people, which I love that, and I love to go out. I went out last night to another movie. And, you know, it's just special, and sitting at home watching a computer is like watching television, you know.
Yeah.
Television I've never appreciated very much. I always thought it was a boob tube. I thought it made people stupider. And I grew up in the 50s, I saw, and they called it a vast wasteland in 1962, Newton Minow, the FCC. It was a shame what America did with television. We didn't educate people. We used it as a for-profit mechanism. And I mean that. Not anything. Like, let's say when the news or the public affairs, the public laws are made from money, like politics or news, it gets corrupted. The father of the internet, although the Pentagon got involved, but it's very much that medium. And it does come to you in a private space. And it's yours, and you sit there and you can be as selfish as you want. You can watch it. You can watch movies on little screens all the time. You can watch 3 minutes of a movie, 7 minutes of a movie, and you can call that watching a movie. That's not the way I grew up. That's not the way I like movies that are narratives with content.
You're right.
Like the opera, like theater, film does exist unto itself, and to mix it up with the internet is to confuse it entirely. You know, it's like watching an opera on tape. I mean, it's different. Fine, more eyeballs see it. So more eyeballs see it. So what? You know, is fine art for all these eyeballs? I mean, if most eyeballs can't appreciate a movie, they can't appreciate fine art. What difference does it make? I'd rather make a movie for people who appreciate it.
But in the things, what do you believe that could? This room is full of internet guys and digital guys. And now it's trying to throw in out the window, you know. But what you could do? I mean, that is a very representative part of the digital media in these days. How you can really help to bring the content in essence, in the core, and really transform this content, a very important part of the content, as a very important thing, using internet as a tool. How you can give us a hint about it? How you could see it?
I don't really know what you're saying. I mean, the internet's a piano. It's an instrument. It's a tool. So if everybody just wants to jump on the tool and say, hey, I can ride this spaceship, or I can make a mashup, or I can create my own news show, or I can show you my gymnastic ability. I mean, it does. I mean, what is it about, though? We got 6 billion people showing off. I don't understand. How do you judge? What is life for? Is there a hierarchy of quality or not, or is it all the same?
There is quantity, audience,
There's
and quality.
quantity, but
the same.
where's the quality? You know, I mean, how do I know?
Like, for example, movies, getting to have another window to distribute, another distribution channel. That is very important.
So you say, but if you can tolerate seeing a movie on a small screen with distraction and with light, and people walking into the room, I can't.
We hope that one of these days in the fields like this, you can have, you know, with good internet connection and screen, you know.
That'd be nice. Yeah, it would be nice.
Everybody here, you know, discussing.
And pixels, a lot of pixels.
A lot of pixels, but with good content, we hope.
But just don't make it HD, please.
No, HD sucks. I understand the message. HD sucks.
I will see, actually, I cannot stand, for example, I'm in a rental apartment right now in New York shooting a movie called Wall Street 2, and I have the guy who owns the apartment rented me a beautiful plasma TV. It's disgusting. Every movie from 1940, 1930, I see it and it's in HD. And I'm seeing, it looks like it was shot backstage by Entertainment Tonight with Humphrey Bogart.